Well, good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mr. Schmidt and Mr. Masters for joining me today. Today, we wanted to take a little bit of a break or an opportunity to share with our parents and students and our community about the middle school program here at TIS. So thank you for taking time. I know this week is exceptionally busy for you as we're all gearing up for having students here, but thank you for joining me this morning. I want to introduce you quickly to people who may not know you. Lorne Schmidt is our secondary principal, and he's been with Macau or with TIS for 3 years, 36 years teaching now, both in Canada and internationally. Is that right?
Yes, yeah, 35, I think.
And Mr. Dom Masters, our middle school vice principal, who has been at TIS for 5 years now and has been teaching for 11 years back in the UK and then also in Hong Kong and China before coming to Macau. So welcome, gentlemen. Please just tell us a little bit about the middle school program at TIS.
Well, the program is based on the Alberta programs of studies for our curriculum and our subjects. Of course, the core subjects of English language arts, social studies, math, and science are prioritized in terms of building a solid core foundation in those subjects. There are provincial exams that the students will write in grade 9 in those subjects, although next year there are some changes due to COVID and many Alberta schools not being open, but normally that is the case. And then outside of that, it broadens beyond those core subjects into a more holistic program to give students an all-round exposure to other areas. So here at TIS, we have, they take a Chinese or Mandarin class. All students would be in that. And they also will take music, art, drama, and career technology foundations, which is exposure to different technologies that exist in the world and how students can build their skills in that area. So it's a holistic program that really seeks to develop not just the core content, but a solid foundation along with a broad range of other experiences.
Yeah, and then along with that holistic approach, we have a lot of extracurricular activities, sports teams. We have our Experience Week, which offers the opportunity for students to have some experiential learning as well. So like Mr. Schmidt said, a very holistic approach to education and not just focusing on our core subjects.
And one more area that we address is in the students' social and emotional well-being, where we have our teacher advisor program, where we work on developing skills in building resilience, building the relationships with other students, with families, with teachers. So it's, again, a holistic program included at every grade level.
Yeah, I think that's really important to highlight that on one side are all these great opportunities. They're going to be doing great academics and they get exposure to all the different areas, fine arts and Mandarin and computers and drama. And then there's the opportunities outside of school, like the sports and clubs and leadership opportunities. But I think a lot of people don't know about our TAP program and how we're really connecting with kids, helping them to discover who they are and helping them to navigate, what are sometimes some difficult years in middle school.
And, a big part of that TAP program in middle school is helping students navigate the online world that we live in as well right now. So digital citizenship as well. We find that a lot of students might need some help and some guidance in that area. So that's also helping them advance with technology as well and control their behavior online as well.
Yeah, very good point. Because as we are seeing, this. Our students, our children are growing up immersed in this technology, but it's an environment that, maybe they're not as prepared for, and they have to grow up in it just like they grow up in the real world. And it's great that TIS can help them navigate that. Any advice for parents? I mean, I've parented 2 kids through middle school, and Lorne, I know you've parented through this time, as well as being teachers. And even as teachers, we think, oh well, you know, I know so much. I have all this experience. I was a grade 8 teacher for 8 years, but when my own kids went through middle school, I'm like, oh my goodness, like it's just it's a different experience when it's your kids. So any advice for parents on how they can help their children be successful in middle school?
Well, I think one of the things that we as parents have to come to grips with is that they are becoming independent. They are becoming, discovering themselves. They're in their teen years, entering near adulthood. Giving them the space to develop that independence is important. However, they are still young and they do need guidance and support. So how parents can help is if they can keep their communication lines open with their son or daughter in terms of what are they doing at school, what is happening, whether it's social, whether it's academic. They can monitor their homework through online, see how they're doing, helping them stay organized, giving them some scheduled time to be able to do their homework. They might need some structure with that at home. So parents can help out certainly in that area.
Yeah, and I think part of the communication piece is understanding what a teenager is going through right now. That's changed a lot from 5 years ago, even 2 years ago, especially from when we were teenagers ourselves. So yeah, just understanding how times have changed and what are the pressures in the community that teens are dealing with these days.
Yeah, and one big area that is different for us when we were growing up, and your children are the digital media and social media exposure that they have now. So staying connected to what's happening is really important as parents.
Absolutely. And when parents have questions, who can they come to get help at the school?
Well, for sure, myself and Mr. Schmidt are always available and open to talk, but we have school counsellors for addressing issues related to, are you talking about, sorry, Howard, like issues in terms of digital technology or just
in general, you know, as you know, maybe their kids like, oh, I don't have any homework, I don't have any homework, I don't have any homework, or you know, oftentimes at that age level, they go into their bedroom and they close the door and they come out to eat and, you know, occasionally shower. But yeah, they want to stay connected with the school.
Yeah, so the first point of contact at the school for a parent would be the homeroom teacher generally, as they have a good overall scope of what the student is doing at the school. There's also, if it's subject specific, it could be the subject teacher they communicate with. If it's a more general problem in middle school, it might be that they come to me and speak with me about the issue. So there are multiple different channels to address certain issues, yeah.
Good.
We also have technology consultant people that they could tie into, Mr. Mel Varga, our technology coordinator, and our social student services department, if it's a social and emotional issue.
Yeah. And of course, if a parent is ever not sure who to contact, then they could always reach out to me by email, and I could point them in the right direction. No problem.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, you know, while parenting adolescents is a challenge, it's so exciting. I mean, you know, we've been in this for years, and we just see kids grow up as they come out of elementary school, primary school, and they go through middle school and really come into themselves, and they get all these different experiences. It's fascinating to see them grow into young men and women.
And I'll just have a little plug here, but at the end of each school year, we have a transition evening for grade 6 students and parents. We actually did instructional videos at the end of the last academic year because of the COVID situation. But hopefully this year we'll return to bringing students and parents in and also release the instructional videos to help them deal with that transition and see more about what middle school is all about.
Excellent. Good. Well, we're looking forward to having students back next week. And looking forward to seeing the parents back as well. So gentlemen, thank you very much for your time today and sharing about the middle school program. And we look forward to having a fantastic year with all of our students and parents.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Great. Thanks a lot. See you.